Hey guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm talking about this episode of Revenge, which is another mind-blowing episode, of course, of Season 4 of Revenge. So with this episode, we get to see that Daniel's still trying to figure out how Amanda died, or really not how Amanda died, but what was her life before she died, who was her friend, and learning that Emily was friends with Amanda, and questioning why Victoria didn't help Amanda at this time. So, we get to see that Emily's getting very frustrated, and she finds in the safe box that David has that David was watching Amanda this whole time, which, you know, I gotta still say, I don't know if it quite makes sense, which I'll get to, but he was watching Amanda this whole time. Also, it's Daniel and Emily coming together. Daniel finds out that Emily's Amanda, and also just saying that Emily tells David that she's Amanda. So everyone knows Emily's Amanda. Probably gonna say in the press some way. Margot will probably get the story in some way, but yeah, so Daniel confronts Emily, and we get the answer if Emily ever really did love Daniel, which was a question we've had since Season 1. If you were a Daniel-Emily shipper, which I don't think anyone is anymore, but maybe people are, but in the beginning of the season, people were, because it felt like a reasonable relationship, a very complicated one, but a reasonable one. That's when Daniel, you know, had a good character. So yeah, mind-blowing episode with a cliffhanger of Victoria getting electrocuted. And, you know, Emily saying that she's Amanda Clark to David. Yeah, this episode was great. I think the only problems I had, I want to just talk about the problems first. I don't understand how David knew about Amanda, watching Amanda, and still has all these questions, so I'm very confused about that. How half the episode David's like, oh, like, who is Amanda's friends? But he was watching her? Yeah, that doesn't totally add up, but we'll see. Maybe, like, his memory was wiped out or something. I don't know, but so hopefully that's explained, because 1 plus 1 does not equal 2 in that equation. Now the things obviously. Oh, also I don't like that redhead girl. Her story is so boring. It seems like another show. Like, why does she have to even be in this show at all? You have such great, powerful stuff with the Graysons and Clarks, and then you have that girl doing something that I, at this point, always go on my phone when I see her, because she's just so boring. I don't care. But let's get to obviously the great parts of this episode. Daniel and Emily, I want to talk about that. This is a reveal we've been waiting for, and I like how Daniel handles it. It's not Daniel wanting revenge, which, you know, a show called Revenge, you would think that. It's just him being selfish and saying, I just don't want to be a part of it, so bye, Emily. And I guess seeing another side of Emily. And honestly, I think the only thing that could redeem Daniel's character is by somehow teaming up with Emily and becoming part of the crew in some way. I know it's kind of impossible after the hoops that he's gone through and the character he's turned into, but I just feel like Daniel teaming up with Emily would be that unknown factor. It'd be interesting, and, you know, maybe it would be like, oh, well, I know Emily's gonna win, so I'm gonna team up with her instead. And I just hope he explores that relationship again, because he's starting to. He looks at the wedding photos, and he really questions, did you ever love me? And Emily's like, maybe if you didn't turn into your father or team up with your father, I would have. And you do see that. You saw that glimmer of Emily starting to, like, fall in love with Daniel when it was the Daniel we all liked and loved. So it's interesting to see how much of a downfall this character has gone. And I think the only redemption he can have is if he teams up with Emily in some way. Of course, there's got to be a lot of development for that to happen, but I think it's plausible, and it'd be an interesting twist. And, you know, everyone teaming up against Victoria. So let's talk about, obviously, David and Emily. Them reuniting. I loved it. I love that Emily, you know, Emily Van Camp's performance this season blows my mind. Just the things she does in her facial expressions, that you know exactly what Emily's feeling in the show. And, you know, the performance is just great. That the last scene of her finally meeting her father, it's just mind-blowing. It's just something we've been waiting for 4 seasons to see, and we're finally seeing it. And how's David going to react to this? And I think the real question is, the mystery is, who the hell's David? We know the inner workings of Victoria, we know the inner workings of all these characters, but the unknown factor is David himself. Why is he teaming up with Victoria? And why did he lie? Why did he kill Conrad? Which we kind of know because he was not really stuck. So he did kill Conrad because of all the bad things that happened to him, but what turned him into that person? And why has he been lying to everybody? So I'm really intrigued to see where this all goes. Now that Amanda / Emily and David have come together and they all know the truth, where does the show go from here? And yeah, with Victoria getting electrocuted, it was that plan. Maybe that's something that will propel the season forward. One thing I loved about this episode, that this felt like a season finale, and you know, honestly, a lot of the episodes this season feel like season finales. Daniel finding out, Charlotte finding out, Daniel finding out, and then, you know, Victoria getting electrocuted, Nolan, I guess, having a bad reputation now. All these episodes feel like season finales, and honestly, I can't wait for the mid-season finale, because I'm like, where can this show go? And it's just propelling so quickly, and I hope it keeps this momentum throughout the whole season. And that's why I'm loving season 4, Revenge, and I don't know where it's going to go, but I'm excited to see where the Revenge writers take the show, especially since season 3 was really slow. I'm glad that David was the catalyst. He was the true catalyst to bring this all forward, and I'm curious to see what this means for the show, because it seems like all the answers we've been waiting for. This feels like 5 more episodes of a show left, but we still have over, you know, more than 10, like 15 episodes left, so more than that. I think it's like 17 episodes. Like, so where is the season gonna go? It really does feel like this could be the last season, 5 more episodes left. You know, I think this is what we're all guessing for the last 5 episodes of Revenge, or, you know, without David Clarke in the equation. But yeah, so excited to see where the show goes. You know, love the interactions between Daniel, David, and obviously Emily, and looking forward to see where the show goes. It's amazing. So yeah, I'll have a review for Revenge next week. Hope you guys enjoy. This is Comic Uno. Guys, don't forget to follow me on Twitter for Comic Uno and the Random Situations. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also, description below, there's links for my comic book, like Father Like Daughter. Don't forget to like the Facebook page, like Father Like Daughter, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.